Federal states. Question 1. Which of the following is the key fact of Canada's system of government? A. Canada is a federal state. B. It has a parliamentary democracy. C. Constitutional monarchy. D. All of above. Correct answer is D. All of above. Explanation. There are three key facts about Canada's system of government. Our country is a federal state, a parliamentary democracy, and a constitutional monarchy. Question 2. Which act defines the responsibilities of the federal and provincial government? A. British North America Act. Canada is a federal state. B. Constitutional Act 1867. C. Both A and B. D. A Constitutional Act 1997. Correct answer is C. Both A and B. Explanation. The responsibilities of the federal and provincial governments were defined in 1867 in the British North America Act, now known as the Constitution Act, 1867. Question 3. The responsibilities of the federal and provincial governments were defined in 1867 in the British North America Act, now known as the Constitution Act, 1867. A. Agriculture. B. National and international concerns. C. Civil rights. D. Immigrations. Correct answer is B. National and international concerns. Explanation. In our federal state, the federal government takes responsibility for matters of national and international concern. Question 4. The provinces in Canada are governed by the A. Arbitrary law. B. Federal government. C. Legislative assemblies. D. Sovereign. Correct answer is C. Legislative assemblies. Explanation. Every province has its own elected legislative assembly which governs them. Question 5. Federal government sits in A. Montreal. B. Quebec City. C. Toronto. D. Ottawa. Correct answer is D. Ottawa. Explanation. Federal government sits in Ottawa. Question 6. To grant the right to vote, a person must be A. 16 years old. B. 17 years old. C. 18 years old. D. 19 years old. Correct answer is C. 18 years old. Explanation. A person must be 18 years old to be granted the right to vote. Question 7. The responsibility of healthcare comes under A. Provincial government. B. Federal government. C. Legislative assemblies. D. Sovereign. Correct answer is A. Provincial government. Explanation. The provinces are responsible for municipal government, education, health, natural resources, property and civil rights, and highways. Parliamentary democracy. Question 8. Which of the following are parts of the Parliament? A. Sovereign. B. Senate. C. House of Commons. D. All of above. Correct answer is D. All of above. Explanation. Parliament has three parts: the sovereign, queen or king, the Senate, and the House of Commons. Question 9. In the federal government, who selects the cabinet minister and is responsible for the operation and policy of the government? A. Prime Minister. B. Governor. C. Sovereign. D. Senators. Correct answer is D. Senators. Explanation. In the federal government, the Prime Minister selects the cabinet ministers and is responsible for the operations and policy of the government. Question 10. How are members of Parliament selected? A. They are appointed by the United Nations. B. They are appointed by the sovereign, queen or king. C. They are appointed by the landowners and police chief. D. They are elected by the voters in their local constituencies or districts. Correct answer is D. They are elected by the voters in their local constituencies or districts. Explanation. They are elected by the voters from their respective districts. Question 11. To become a law in Canada, a bill should A. Be passed by the House of Commons. B. Be given royal assent. C. Be passed by the Senate. D. All of above. Correct answer is D. All of above. Explanation. In the federal government, the Prime Minister selects the cabinet ministers and is responsible for the operations and policy of the government. Question 12. How many times should a bill be read in the House of Commons before it becomes law? A. Once. B. Twice. C. 3 times. D. There is no need to read the bill. Correct answer is C. 3 times. Explanation. A bill must be read 3 times in the House of Commons before it becomes the law. Question 13. Which of the following is not a part of the Parliament? A. Senate. B. Lieutenant Governors. C. House of Commons. D. Sovereign. Correct answer is B. Lieutenant Governors. Explanation. Parliament has 3 parts: the Sovereign, Queen or King, the Senate, and the House of Commons. Provincial legislatures comprise the Lieutenant Governor and the elected Assembly. Question 14. Which part of the Parliament has members appointed by the Governor-General and serves until the age of 75? A. The House of Commons. B. The House of Commons. C. The Governor's House. D. The Senate. Correct answer is D. The Senate. Explanation. Senators are appointed by the Governor-General on the advice of the Prime Minister and serve until age 75. Question 15. Who represents the sovereign in the provincial legislature? A. Lieutenant Governors. B. Prime Minister. C. Members of Parliament. D. Members of House of Commons. Correct answer is A. Lieutenant Governors. Explanation. In provincial legislatures, sovereign is represented by lieutenant governors. Question 16. In the Parliament, senators are appointed by the A. Canadian citizens. B. Sovereign. C. House of Commons. D. Governor-General. Correct answer is D. Governor-General. Explanation. Senators are appointed by the Governor-General on the advice of the Prime Minister and serve until age 75. Question 17. Cabinet ministers have to resign if they A. Are defeated in a non-confidence vote. B. Succeed in a non-confidence vote. C. Are defeated in a confidence vote. D. Succeed in a confidence vote. Correct answer is B. Succeed in a non-confidence vote. Explanation. Cabinet ministers are responsible to the elected representatives, which means they must retain the confidence of the House and have to resign if they are defeated in a non-confidence vote. Question 18. When do the elections for the members of the House of Commons take place? A. After every 5 years. B. After every 3 years. C. After every 4 years. D. After every 6 years. Correct answer is C. After every 4 years. Explanation. House of Commons is the representative chamber, made up of members of Parliament elected by the people, traditionally every 4 years. Question 19. In Canada's parliamentary democracy, the people elect members to the House of Commons in Ottawa and to the provincial and territorial legislatures. These representatives are responsible for A. Passing laws. B. Approving and monitoring expenditures. C. Keeping the government accountable. D. All of the above. Correct answer is D. All of the above. Explanation. In Canada's parliamentary democracy, The people elect members to the House of Commons in Ottawa and to the provincial and territorial legislatures. These representatives are responsible for passing laws, approving and monitoring expenditures, and keeping the government accountable. Question 20. Who grants royal assent to the bill on the behalf of the sovereign? A. Governor-General. B. Prime Minister. C. Parliament members. D. Senator. Correct answer is A. Governor-General. Explanation. Royal assent granted by the Governor-General on behalf of the sovereign. Question 21. In Canada, a debate in the Parliament to make something a law is generally called A. Proposals. B. Inbox. C. Theory. D. Bills. Correct answer is D. Bills. Explanation. Bill proposed in Parliament to become law, generally called bill. Constitutional monarchy. Question 22. Who is the head of the state? A. Prime Minister. B. Governor. C. Sovereign. D. None of these. Correct answer is C. Sovereign. Explanation. As a constitutional monarchy, Canada's head of state is a hereditary sovereign, queen or king. Question 23. Who is the head of the government? A. Prime Minister. B. Governor. C. Sovereign. D. None of these. Correct answer is A. Prime Minister. Explanation. The head of government, the Prime Minister, who actually directs the governing of the country. Question 24. The sovereign is represented in Canada by the A. Prime Minister. B. Governor. C. Cabinet Minister. D. None of these. Correct answer is B. Governor. Explanation. The sovereign is represented in Canada by the Governor-General. Question 25. What time period is the Governor-General appointed for? A. 1 year. B. 5 years. C. 10 years. D. 15 years. Correct answer is B. 5 years. Explanation. The sovereign is represented in Canada by the Governor-General, who is appointed by the sovereign on the advice of the Prime Minister, usually for 5 years. Question 26. In each province, who has a role similar to that of the Prime Minister? A. Governor. B. Premier. C. Senate member. D. None of these. Correct answer is B. Premier. Explanation. In each province, the Premier has a role similar to that of the Prime Minister in the federal government. Question 27. Who has a role similar to that of the Governor-General in federal government? A. Lieutenant Governor. B. Premier. C. Senate member. D. Members of House of Commons. Correct answer is A. Lieutenant Governor. Explanation. Lieutenant Governor has a role similar to that of the Governor-General. Question 28. Governor-General in Canada is appointed by A. The Sovereign on the advice of the Prime Minister. B. The Cabinet Minister on the advice of Sovereign. C. The Canadian citizens. D. The House of Commons. Correct answer is A. The Sovereign on the advice of the Prime Minister. Explanation. The Sovereign is represented in Canada by the Governor-General, who is appointed by the Sovereign on the advice of the Prime Minister. Question 29. Who has no political role in Canadian democracy? A. Sovereign. B. Prime Minister. C. Governors. D. Senate members. Correct answer is A. Sovereign. Explanation. Sovereign has no political role in Canadian democracy. Question 30. Who is the leader of the legislatures for all the provinces? A. Governor-Generals. B. Premier. C. Lieutenant Governors. D. Queen. Correct answer is Premier. Explanation. Premier is the leader of legislatures for all provinces. Question 31. As head of the Commonwealth, the sovereign links Canada to how many other nations that cooperate to advance social, economic, and cultural progress? A. 10. B. 23. C. 46. D. 53. Correct answer is D. 53. Explanation. As head of the Commonwealth, the sovereign links Canada to 53 other nations that cooperate to advance social, economic, and cultural progress. Question 32. Who represents sovereign in each of the 10 provinces and serves for 5 years? A. Governor General. B. Prime Minister. C. Lieutenant Governor. D. Members of Parliament. Correct answer is C. Lieutenant Governor. Explanation. In each of the 10 provinces, the sovereign is represented by the Lieutenant Governor, who is appointed by the Governor General on the advice of the Prime Minister, also normally for 5 years. Making laws. Question 33. No bill can become a law in Canada until it has been passed by the House of Commons and the Senate and has received A. NOC. B. Prime Minister. C. Public voting. D. NOC. Correct answer is A. NOC. Explanation. No bill can become law in Canada until it has been passed by both chambers and has received royal assent.